Hi everybody. Okay, so got my hat on. It's cold again, but so I usually don't do this many videos in such a short amount of time, but something's got me really fired up, and that's this article from NewsBreak. So I just wrote an article about it in my blog in southeastbeautiful.com, and the guy is trying to say that Kratom doesn't help you get off of opioids. Like, he's trying to say that, basically he's saying it's trading one drug for the other, which is not true. And he goes on to say that it hasn't been tested enough, which, I mean, that's not really true. Like, lots of herbs haven't been tested a ton. It doesn't mean that they're unsafe. I mean, we need herbs and vitamins and minerals to survive. Herbs are what make us healthy. And if we didn't have herbs and vitamins and minerals, we would be a very unhealthy society. If we only depended on what the FDA approves, we would be so sick. I mean, we already are as a society. I mean, I'm gonna do a video and just about sugary cereal. It's ridiculous, the stuff that is in our grocery stores. It's poison. Sugar is poison. And there's so much crap that the FDA approves of that is literally killing people. They don't give a crap. I mean, nobody cares about wine, alcohol, cigarettes. This guy, I wish I knew his name. I'd really like to give him a few choice words. He openly admits that he has never even tried Kratom, which that makes me it's mind-blowing. And that's exactly what I've been talking about in my blog, is that a lot of people who bash Kratom have they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed into thinking that Kratom is this dangerous, harmful substance, which it's not. If Kratom was harmful, it would be killing folks. Over 15 million Americans consume Kratom in this country, and that's a lot of people. I mean, if Kratom was harmful, people would be coming up sick. And the truth of the matter is, Kratom is not killing people. It's not harmful. Unadulterated, pure leaf Kratom is safe. I mean, nothing is perfect, but it's not killing people. It doesn't kill people like FDA-approved opioids do, or morphine, fentanyl. So it's just, his article and being on NewsBreak app, because that is a very, very popular app. He is part of the problem, and who knows, he's probably been paid by the FDA to carry out their disinformation campaign, and he's doing a very good job of it. Please check out my blog today, southeastbeautiful.com. I wrote a lot regarding his article, and I provided a lot of science that backs up and counteracts his lie, his statement, as he says, that Kratom works the same way as an opioid, or it's the same thing. It works like an opioid. He said it binds to your receptors the same way that an opioid does. It does not. And we have scientific evidence that proves otherwise. Kratom is a partial agonist. Caffeine is a partial agonist. Chocolate, cheese, breast milk, they are opiates, and they bind to the receptors in the brain. Kratom is a partial agonist because it binds to the mu receptors in your brain only partially, and that's what makes it so safe. So the whole point of his article, in which everything that Kratom does and helps is exactly what he's trying to say it doesn't do. So Kratom has helped me to eliminate morphine, Xanax, and Norco. I no longer have to take those medications. Let me put my little poop. But anyway. anyway, so, and he's trying to say that it doesn't help people. Now, he does admit that he has an addictive personality, and he knows that maybe he might get into trouble with Kratom. Or maybe he said, oh, maybe, I wouldn't achieve a high. It wouldn't help him. So he would probably just keep taking more and more Kratom. So, that's good. Then maybe he's the type of person who shouldn't take Kratom. Well, no big deal. It's not a perfect fit for everyone. But just because it's not a perfect fit for some, it doesn't mean that it's dangerous or that it's a danger to society and it should be banned. That's just ridiculous. Kratom gave me so many things. Like, it's given me happiness, calmness. Like, it's helped me so much, like with the brain fog that I've suffered from fibro. Like, that's really hard to deal with, brain fog. And Kratom doesn't slow me down. It increases mental focus and energy, and it gives me clarity. And it does that for a lot of other people too. And so, this guy writing this article, it's so damaging and it's really bad. It just adds to the controversy, and it adds to the brainwashing of people. And, it's gonna make people just not even wanna try it. And there could be a lot of people who could be, helped tremendously by this herb, Kratom. And they just don't even want to try it because they read, just lies like that's being printed and on NewsBreak app. And I have a friend, Kendall Clark, and he said something that really resonated with me. And he mentioned that, NewsBreak is an app for a lot of people who don't, they don't want to research. They don't want to take the time to do the research or to, thumb through and find news. That's fine. However, there's a lot of lies and fake news, and they need to do the research. And so they rely on that app and they just believe everything that they read. And that's not good. That's not good. So, and I just really want to encourage people to make videos and advocate more. It's really important. It's so powerful. And, there are a few people who do that. And I want to shout out, of course, Misty Brown. She's always, Misty Brown and I were, always producing videos. And every single day, we fight really hard. And I love Carpo. He's been around forever. Thanks for all you do, man. You're awesome. And Kratom Girl, I love you, man. You are the bomb shiggity. There's lots of people, that are awesome, but there's really not that many, and we need more. So I really hope that by me putting out videos and, other people, that it encourages you to just, it doesn't have to be that long. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get at doing these videos, and they're so powerful. But I did want to say something else. If Kratom was this harmful or dangerous plant, do you really think that thousands upon thousands of people would be advocating so hard for it? Every day. I have over 2,000 friends, and most of them are all Kratom consumers. And most of them, they advocate. They believe strongly in this plant, and the plant is helping them. It's not hurting them. Do you really think that the AKA, a nonprofit organization, would be flying all over the country, for very little money? Especially in the beginning, when they formed the organization, they didn't have that much money. There's a lot of people, a lot of my friends are on the board, and they don't even get paid a dime. But yet they work tirelessly, including myself and Misty and, other people, other folks. We work really hard, and we don't get paid for this. So that should speak volumes to that there's something to this plant, and that the media that spreads this just trash and this garbage, and they spread these lies. They're just that. They are lies. And and think about this. They probably get paid. See, so they're being paid to be lied. We are spreading the truth, and we don't get paid. So what does that tell you right there? It's the truth. We are speaking the truth, and they don't like that. And we have to win. We have to win. We have to support the AKA. We have to keep advocating, and we have to keep helping them as much as we can, because especially, this upcoming legislative session is coming up, 2021, and they want to enact the KCPA on the federal level, and that's great. But, we're going to have to fight. And so just keep on keeping on, everybody. But if Kratom was this harmful substance, people would be coming up sick. And there's not really any negatives about Kratom. I mean, the positives far outweigh the risk. Kratom has helped me to lose weight. There's so many great things. I mean, it's not for every person, but for so many people, it's helping them to regain their health. Kratom gave me back my health, and that is not a lie. Before I took Kratom, my liver was horrible. I was on opioids, and my liver enzymes were bad. I had a fatty liver. I was overweight. Kratom helps you to feel better. It gives you energy. It's not it doesn't give you some crank thing. It doesn't give you energy where it's bad energy. It just makes you feel like your normal self. It just relieves your pain and your fatigue. So it's not like a drug high by any means. And that's what the media, they try and twist everything. And that's not right. That's just wrong. It's plain wrong. And Kratom is giving us our health back. So if it's giving us our health back, how can it be harmful? That wouldn't make any sense. And just because some people abuse their surroundings or substances, that doesn't mean that we have to hide everything and keep everything out of reach. I mean, that's ridiculous. My mom, she can't consume caffeine or anything that has caffeine in it. I mean, she can't even take Excedrin. Excedrin has caffeine in it, and because it increases her heart rate and it makes her feel like crap. She can't handle it. But I mean, it doesn't mean that we have to keep caffeine out of her reach now, like a child or something. That's ridiculous. We don't have to go and ban caffeine because the minority can't consume caffeine. I mean, look at 90% of Americans consume caffeine, and caffeine is a psychoactive drug. It is classified as a psychoactive drug. Look it up. So people, if you are bashing Kratom, or if you are saying, oh, it's just like an opioid, or da da da, or it's psychoactive. Well, I mean, why don't you take a look at yourself and what you consume? I bet you anything, you probably depend on coffee every single morning. And what would happen if you didn't have coffee, right? Now, so, I mean, what makes Kratom such a bad substance if it's the same thing? It's not fair. I mean, just because Kratom can maybe potentially give somebody a withdrawal or something if they suddenly stop taking it, it doesn't mean it's bad. That would mean if we use that rationale, then we wouldn't have anything left on the planet to consume. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. It just drives me crazy. It makes me so mad because it's brainwashing people, these lies that people tell, and it's powerful, and people believe this crap, and then they start just bashing Kratom, and it's not right. Okay, so do your research and give it a try. I mean, if you are having a hard time and you're in pain and you're suffering and you don't have anything to take, well, what's better? Is it better to take morphine or better to take Kratom? I would say Kratom. It's a no-brainer. Love ya. Bye.